Man, I'm so proud of my family. I'm so proud of my crew, the guys at Warrior Way. I'm so proud of myself, not because we're better than anybody else or because we've cracked the code, but man, I know where I used to be. I know who I used to be, and that's what's more important. Not like what I used to do, or it's who I used to be. And who I used to be was a mess. Man, I was the most selfish person, miserable, unhappy, and I would pour it out on my family. And I'd come home and try to be in a good mood and try to make myself in a good mood, and maybe it'd be junk food or whatever I could do to get a dopamine hit, whatever addiction that I was addicted to at the moment. And it never made me feel better long term. Never fixed the real problem, and the real problem is who I was. And who I was a mess. The most selfish person ever. But that's not who I am anymore. And who I am now, man, I've changed. And that's what we need to understand. It's not what we do or how we do it or what we're trying to accomplish. It's who we're trying to become that makes all the difference. And the only way to have a permanent and positive change in yourself is to live by discipline, to develop habits of discipline that you live by that are non-negotiable every single day. I've been doing that for a long time now. My life has completely changed. And I've seen as a result, my family, my wife, my kids, their lives are starting to follow suit. They're starting to develop their own habits of discipline. And it's not like I told them like, hey, you need to follow and do what I'm doing. Man, they just started doing it on their own by watching me. And they didn't do it at first. It took them months before they started like doing their own thing and learning how to live by discipline, following macros, eating right. I didn't tell them to do that. They started doing it because they thought that they should, because they watched how it changed my life. And I just wanted to change my life because I was so tired of treating my family like garbage. I was so tired of manipulating everybody in my life, being deceitful, lying to myself. You know, if you can't be honest with yourself, you're definitely not going to be honest with anybody else. If you're not proud of yourself, if you can't love yourself, you're definitely not going to be able to love anybody else. That's where it starts. And you can't love yourself because you don't respect yourself. And you don't respect yourself because there's nothing to respect. You're not living a life that's worthy of respect. You're not living a life worthy of respect either because you just don't care, you're just so selfish, or maybe you don't know how. And if you don't know how, I get it. Because for a long time I was doing my best, or what I thought was my best, but I didn't know what I was doing. And it wasn't until my coach, Kyle Carnahan, that dude taught me, like, you're a piece of garbage. He actually said that to me. And if you know me, you know I probably wanted to fight right at that moment. But I had to sit back and realize I am a piece of garbage. And my life is garbage. Now my life is finally starting to catch up to the discipline that I've been living by for over a year. I've been living by this set of discipline every single day. I do things and make myself do things that I don't actually want to do. And I do them because of who I'm trying to become. And not only am I becoming that man, I've already become him. I'm already him. I was him the day that I started. And there is no arrival point. It's not like, well, who are you? Man, I'm just always in a state of becoming, continuously becoming better, stronger, wiser, smarter. That's God's call on my life, and that's God's call on your life. And if you will level up every single day, dude, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, who you are on the other side of that daily discipline, you could change the world. I know you don't see it for yourself, but I see it for you because other people had to see it in me. And I just had to take their word for it because I couldn't see it. But I did take their word for it. And I did what they suggested, and I followed their coaching and their teaching, and I did my best to understand, and my life has changed because of it. And your life can change too, but you have to get around the right people. You can't be running around with the wrong crowd and thinking that you're going to be the right person. You're going to be exactly who you hang out with. Exactly who you spend time with. That's who you'll be.